Hi everyone, my name is Hadassah Feinberg, and as most of you know by now, I filed the largest RICO lawsuit in U.S. history against dozens of corrupt Pennsylvania officials that, number one, are involved in the attempted assassination against Trump, the first one that happened on July 13th of 2024. In fact, Governor Josh Shapiro was implicated on July 24th, 2024, for the attempted assassination and for the murder of Corey Comparator. For those of you that don't know, the Butler County District Attorney's Office covered up the criminal complaint. They didn't investigate it. They said that they had too many investigations and that they weren't going to investigate. So this is the kind of shit, excuse my French, that they are pulling. I wanted to give a huge compliment to Governor Ron DeSantis for holding on to the investigation against the second attempted assassination guy, Ruth, whatever his name is. And the feds are involved. They're colluding with corrupt Pennsylvania officials. So we will not get justice if the investigation goes over to the feds. They covered it up in Pennsylvania. They are named on my RICO lawsuit. The feds are named on my RICO lawsuit. Dozens of Pennsylvania officials are named on my RICO lawsuit. And we're in the middle of an appeal. That is up at the Fourth Circuit Court. For those of you that don't know, I had filed the RICO lawsuit against Pennsylvania officials in Maryland. I filed it in a district court in Maryland because one defendant was from Maryland, and I knew that if I filed it in Pennsylvania, it was not going to go anywhere because they have a lot of influence in the courts. So they're trying to take it back to PA, and I'm trying to keep it out of PA. I think that this RICO lawsuit is very monumental during this election time because it discusses the attempted assassination, and it also discusses thousands and thousands of crimes against innocent victims in Pennsylvania. If you're not from Pennsylvania, you likely don't know how bad the public corruption is. Just an example, I am a prior foster and adoptive mom that exposed crimes at the county and state level in Dauphin County, Pennsylvania, and Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the capital. And my family was forced to flee after living there for 25 years. So I'm an example. There's thousands and thousands of victims that are behind me. If you look at my Facebook public profile, I have at least 1,100 followers on there that are all victims in Pennsylvania. And obviously we've gotten a lot of attention on TikTok. The video that I made implicating Governor Josh Shapiro had 500,000 views. I'm also on Twitter and Truth Social and YouTube. Please check out my accounts because what's going on right now is massive public corruption. They are trying to intimidate witnesses. They are trying to intimidate whistleblowers. And we are going to speak up no matter what. We are going to speak out. We're going to tell the truth. And we're not going to let them win. What they are doing to former President Donald J. Trump is absolutely horrific. And they're not just doing it to him. This is what they do to everybody. This is what the corrupt Pennsylvania officials do to everyone that speaks out against them. Don't forget that President Biden is from Scranton. That's the breeding place for this public corruption, okay? What's going on right now with the feds is being pushed out of Pennsylvania. If you think about it, Pennsylvania corruption is running this entire country, okay? It is running this country. And just so you know, Taylor Swift, she's from West Reading, Pennsylvania. I mentioned that in the previous video. She's only endorsing Kamala Harris because she's working with the corrupt Pennsylvania officials. You got to be smart. You got to be smart, and you got to be with an open mind. Don't listen to everything that they are feeding you. They are corrupt officials that are abusing their power, and they're all being sued in a RICO lawsuit, and we need this country to stand up and fight back. This is not what our Constitution prescribes. Our Constitution allows us to speak up, freedom of speech, okay? But what do they do in Pennsylvania? If you speak out and you
you expose the crimes that they are committing, they will knock you down, they will run you over, they will intimidate you, they will threaten your family. My family fled for our life. We fled, okay? We redacted our address. We left the state. My family is in hiding, okay? I am a mother, a daughter, a sister, a friend, a community advocate. This isn't funny what they're doing, okay? This is what the Democratic Party is doing to people. And it's all being bred out of corrupt Pennsylvania. So if you're not from Pennsylvania and you don't know what's going on, reach out to citizens of Pennsylvania. If you want to know the truth and know what's going on, you need to talk to people that live there, okay? What the Democratic Party is feeding you is false, completely false, and they don't want you to know the truth. So again, my name is Hadassah Feinberg. Please follow our RICO lawsuit. We are counting on the public pressure for the courts to do the right thing. And that all starts here. That starts here. Simple people like you and me hearing what each other is saying. We don't need these public officials riding our constitutional rights over. You know what's going to happen if Harris wins? What's going to happen if Harris wins is our rights are going to be taken away. Our rights, our constitutional rights are going to be taken away. You're not going to have the power to speak up anymore. You're not going to have the power to expose public corruption. We need Trump in office because what they are doing is massive, massive public corruption. And I know that it's hard for the average individual to understand the concept. Heck, I didn't even understand when it was happening. When it happened to me on October 12th of 2023, I was in total shock. I was in total shock regarding the level of public corruption because it's something that you never imagine. It's something that you never imagine can happen to your family until you are a victim of public corruption. So please, I am a whistleblower. My name is Hadassah Feinberg. I am a prior citizen of the state of Pennsylvania. I was a licensed foster and adoptive mother. I was a teacher in the schools. I worked in counseling. Please listen to what I am saying, okay? I have the country's best interest because I am a witness. I'm a witness of the crimes and what is happening to the public because of the public corruption in Pennsylvania. So please follow along. Thank you.